Hey guys, today I'll be showing you something a little bit different here. So this video is for Eric, who owns this particular item. I just got done repairing it for him. But what we're looking at here is a Moog 1130 percussion controller. So this is actually something produced by Moog. You can kind of see it's actually got the Moog badging on it. We go around here, and this is actually a cool one because it was actually signed by Bob Moog. You can see Bob Moog's signature right there on it. And it's just basically all it is. It's real simple how it works, but it's pretty cool. So what it is, it's I believe this is called a tom. I'm not real familiar with my drum definitions of the kit, but I believe this is the tom here. And what they did is really genius. They took a plate and mounted it underneath the head with foam. So there's a foam pad in here, kind of like what you get with a practice drum. And they mounted a speaker. So the speaker will be mounted up inside there, and this is actually a speaker out of this unit, which you can see the magnets missing and the coils all pulled out. They're laying right here. This was the problem with this particular unit, with some electronic problems. But what they did is they mounted this up inside, and basically this does right the opposite of a normal speaker. So normally you send AC into a speaker, it vibrates, creating the sound. Well, this is right the opposite. You hit the drum, it vibrates the speaker, and it generates a voltage. That's how this works. And then it goes into a circuitry which gives that voltage, it amplifies it, and it makes a trigger source. So you get a voltage trigger or S trigger, depending on how you wire everything up inside. And so this is an S trigger. It gives you an S trigger, and then there's a sample and hold circuit, just like what you find in a keyboard circuit. And basically, as you play this drum, the harder you hit the drum, the higher the voltage is put out by this speaker. So therefore it correlates to CV and how it's going to charge that sample and hold circuit as it basically samples the drum hits. So it's pretty cool how this works. And so basically it's real simple as far as the controls you got. You got your scale and sensitivity. And of course I got both of those turned down. I'm going to play it with a screwdriver. I don't have a drumstick, but you can hear we don't have anything right now. There's no control there. If we bring up the intensity just a little bit, because I can still hit it, and that's actually I can adjust to still hear it as a drum and just occasionally trigger the synth. We can turn it down a little bit more, and it'll only trigger on my harder hits. Something like that. So you've got your sensitivity, and then you've got this control called scale. And what this does, it actually sends CV to your oscillators when you're plugged into your oscillator jack over here. Turn the sensitivity up just a hair. We can put more on there. So you get something like that. We can go full on that. So you can kind of see how that works. Of course, I don't claim to be a drummer at all. But anyways, that's the scale and the sensitivity. Of course, you can go max on the sensitivity, and it'll trigger with any light touch. As you can see now, I mean, it don't take much at all to trigger it. So you can turn that down, and of course you can turn it all the way to 0, and then you can beat on it all you want. It won't trigger the synthesizer. So that's how that works. So it's really cool. So you've actually got two plugs on these, and you got a red one and a black one for those that may have one of these and don't know how this works. So the red is actually connected to the scale pot. So we can actually turn the scale pot, and it's going to change the CV out of this one. It's usually always associated with the oscillator, and the black is usually associated with your VCA or your filter. So in this case, I'm going to set this filter up in this thing to self-oscillate. We're going to turn the sensitivity up. Or I can turn the envelope down. So now you can hear that filter being If you want the oscillators mixed a little bit, you can turn up your scale just a little bit. Or we can go max. So you get something like that right there. What's cool about the micro Moog with this thing though is you can go here and put a little LFM synthesis on it from the oscillators. You inject the oscillator into the filter. So it's pretty cool. It's a really cool module here. But I just want to take a few minutes and show you how this thing works. Just give you an idea of what this thing does and how it functions with the speaker inside. And I'll show you the bottom of it too, just so you can kind of see how this thing looks. So this is actually where you can see all of your directions on it. And of course you can see your model number there. And basically this kind of tells you the Sonic 6-prong or the 6-prong type here. Some of these will actually tell you, depending on what synthesizer you're using, how to set this up, because some are different than other. But basically, it shows you what what to do here. 6-prong plug, +9 to 15 volts, 5 volt milliamp, or 15 volt, 5 milliamps of current. 2 is ground. 3 is your negative voltage rail, basically. Same voltage range, +9 to 15 volts. So it'll power on this thing. And then you got your all your controls here. This is where you can see your 2-prong plug, S-trig, red phone plug, scaled control voltage, and then black is unscaled control voltage. And that kind of shows you how that works here. But anyways, just want to take a minute here and show this off. Never have really demoed one of these for you guys, and just want to show that off. And also for you, Eric, show you that it's functioning here, and it was working fantastic. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and there'll be more to come very soon. Take care.